lot right now. We just looked at that video from Evan Kamichachel, who was talking about the 7 challenges. We looked at 5 of those challenges actually. The challenges of running a business. The 7 things you must not do if you want your business to thrive. I know we're still talking challenges of running a business. Now we're looking beyond the system. We've looked at the government, we've looked at the people. We want to look at the entrepreneur himself. What should you not do if you want your business to thrive? So I'm going straight to hobby. Okay, we're going to start from the bottom. From the bottom there, okay. We had this guy saying that in this business partnerships, said be wary of partnerships. That's basically what he's saying. What's your take on that?
Okay, so it's not be totally weary, but I think it's to test run, to prove, people go into partnerships for different reasons. A lot of people these days, a lot of entrepreneurs these days do it mainly because of capital.
Because
so I have
to get the money, get the loan, get the funding that you require.
So I have the skills, I have the technical know-how, or I have the idea, and then I want to find somebody who has the money.
Okay.
Or I have the money and I want to find somebody who has a brilliant idea that will multiply that money. But going beyond that, that's what he was even was trying to emphasize, is the fact that you need to check that you have the same values with that person, that the person understands delayed gratification, the person understands reinvesting proceeds from your business, the person understands that a business needs there's that infancy stage where you need to leave money in so that the business can grow. So, and the only way you can find out those things is not by discussion, because when you discuss, if I want your money, I'm going to say yes to whatever you ask me. It's to try on projects. That was what he suggested. So say, okay, fine, I'm interested, and I think we can do a partnership together, but we have these projects lined up. Let's work on them outside a contract. There's a contract, but not a partnership, so to say. It's not like we both own the business yet. So let's run this and see how it goes. And if you're able to do that, you're able to prove that person as a worthy partner or not, and then you would know, because most partnerships really, after the first transaction they do as partners. They usually go
they usually go their separate ways.
They go their separate ways, or somebody is angry, or somebody is discontent. I think it's because they have not gone through that proving stage, that proving process.
Yes, he has the money and just jump into it.
Yes, so I agree. Partnerships are good. I mean, I have a friend and colleague who has really thrived on partnerships. And what does he do? I'm like a partner to that business, let me put it that way. Or let's say I'm a faculty to that. He runs a consultancy, a sales consultancy. He knows I do trainings, on strategy and all that. So what he does is he goes, he projects himself as the business. He doesn't have permanent staff. Because the caliber of staff he would want, he can't afford to pay them. And that was one of the points that Ivan also stated, and said, you don't start to accumulate overhead right away. You try to run and find ways, use your social capital, your relationships to run the business. So, he gets big contracts, and then he says, look, come join me. Let's execute this project or this training. I pay you this for your services. And I say, okay, fine, let's go ahead. And it does that with quite a number of people. So he has quality, quality staff or quality people
without necessarily 30 days make one.
Exactly. So that's a kind of partnership. And that person, if he has worked with a couple of people and seen that, I have worked successfully with this person, I've worked successfully. If he now wants to go a step further, maybe now engage his permanent staff and all that, he can know that, okay, but I need a partner. This person has worked well with me. I can engage that person. It's easier to flow in that way. I think that's the point to it.
Chris, for you, what is the no-no? The no-no that you give entrepreneurs? Do not do this at all costs. What's it for you?
Starting with partnership, like you're discussing, what you don't jump into is you don't put money first in partnership. You understand? You don't put money first. Like Evan was saying, if in a business, like you want to do a business, you should have a passion. Why do you want to do this business? You understand? So that should be your driving foundation. That, you understand? If the foundation is solid, then the whole business will be well built. So what is your passion? Why are you into this business? If you don't have that, then you don't have any reason to be in business. Understand? So there should be a solid passion. Understand? That's one of my standing grounds. Understand? If you're in logistics, you should look at Nigeria's problem, look at your local area's problem. Getting goods from one point to another has been hard. I want to solve this problem. Understand? So you should be a problem solver. That should be one of your first motivations in doing business. And when you solve problem, money will come. You understand? Yes. You say, why will money not be my motivation if I want to do business? No. If you be a solution to a problem, then money will follow the solution. You only follow the solution. Then my no is don't spend
exactly. I think that's
much.
That's the major.
Yeah, your head. Don't just spend and some
don't spend until you start making.
Like some.
But how do you survive?
No, some entrepreneurs don't place themselves on salaries. They just like, this is my business. This is my business. I quitted my day. I'm not working my day
salary.
Job again.
I'm not
so
doing my day job.
I this is my business. So school fees comes from it. Or home expenses come from it. And you're killing the business.
No, but my question is, if you're no longer collecting salary, where does
you should
that
place
come
yourself
from?
on salary. You should place, as you're paying everybody, pay yourself first.
And live within.
Pay yourself first.
And live within what you are paying yourself.
Just live, don't live above your means. Don't live CEO large life. So you now turn up, you shut down Quillox, shut down this, shut down clubs all around. No. You stop, you live within your salary. You live within your salary. You are growing a business. As you're growing a business, listen, the business is the business bigger than you. So if anything that is not bigger than you is not worth doing. It's way bigger than you. This is what's that 500 years after you have left Earth, you should be doing. That is what big companies that are still surviving. The Auto Guinness, the Fords, that's the mentality they have. They want to live it for their children's children. So that should be your mentality. So if you're living within your salary, before you know it, the business grows. So what the business is making is turned back into the business. Because everybody is being paid. But you should pay yourself. You should take care of yourself. You should not say, I want to suffer so that you will sacrifice. There's sacrifice.
By not paying yourself, so you don't pay yourself as much as you would have earned if you were working.
Because the company.
But you have real life issues. You have school fees. Are you going to change your children's school? What if
if that is what you have to do?
I think that because I did that transition phase. I think that as much as people are encouraged to not over plan and then end up not implementing, plan a little and start perfect planning. You're not supposed to do perfect planning, but there should be some level of planning when you're going to start a business. I transitioned from a 9-to-5 into full-time business, even if I was running my business alongside while I was still working. I wasn't being paid so much more, so I couldn't say I had savings piled up anywhere, but I had skills, and that was when, for instance, I registered my consultancy.
Okay, so you had that on the side.
I had that
still bringing
skill,
in the money.
exactly, and it's a service, and I knew as a small business I didn't need an office. My office was my living room. I had a table. I didn't even construct any fancy table. I bought a plastic table, put it in front of my cushion chair, place my system on it, put on, when I need to go online, I put on my wireless, and then I work, and I was making good money from that. So I think the key there is not to now go and exert all of your pressure on that business. You can't begin to feed on your capital.
You need other things that will
You know,
supply money.
Exactly. You need that money to birth money. So you need to find other sources of income if need
outside
be. If
that
need
money.
be. We're talking to one of the owners, current owners of one of the very large electrical products company. Recently, yes, we're talking to them, and they said that when they came in, and then there was a deficit in their account. They were running at a loss. You know, they didn't want to go on that. They decided to repay back, but they were paying themselves 4,000 naira as salary. Yet they had just resigned from their jobs in the UK and everything, and came back to take up that business from their father and to run it. And today it is the biggest.
One of the biggest, exactly, in Nigeria.
Most successful in Nigeria. So you need to pay that price to grow your business.
Sacrifice.
That's it. But I think that the most significant thing, like he has said, is not to start to spend money. If you can look for the barest minimum, you know, the way you can run. If you don't need to get, I mean, Airbnb, Uber, all the ones that they didn't need any office structure
to start. You don't need to do all the spending and spending and spending.
I know there's the issue of branding, you know, to look good. Okay. But I mean, thank God for Internet of Things these days. You can look good.
You can
online without
actually being good.
No, with being good, but not having all of those, everything in place. Yes.
Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have this morning. It's been AM Chat, and we've been talking to Mrs. Obiajurulia and Mr. Chris Demola. Okay, it's been a pleasure having you both on this edition. We're talking business today, and we were able to identify, some of the policies of the government that needs to be adjusted and changed, some of the issues that with our own personal attitude and corruption within our system, within our everyday livelihood. We need to work on that. And then as an individual, as an entrepreneur, the things that you don't need to do. So if you're not taking anything this morning, take this from me. Do not buy a car, buy a house, get employed, get a big office, get this, get that, because you're starting a new business. Start from where you are. You don't need so much to actually start that business. You need just you and proper planning. Okay, that's the much we'll take this morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tomisin Challenges. See you again on Thursday. Have a wonderful day.